Did. Okay, there we go.
Hey, Phil.
What up? What up? How we doing? How we doing?
Welcome back
We
to
are
the circle. Got Bishop in the building.
Yurt.
No righteous Bishop. You gotta put your tag in.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you.
Change Bishop to your tag.
How am I doing today?
No, I said change your title from Bishop to your tag.
How do I? Hold on here.
You see
Oh,
those three dots
3 dots
on your thumbnail?
on my thumb. Oh, right here.
Yeah,
Edit name.
yeah.
Uh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. What's it? What's up? Kids in the building.
How we doing? How we doing?
Mm-hmm. Bishop's gotta give us a message. It's the mission. Mission Mondays.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I haven't. I'm a little discombobulated today. I was making. I was. I don't. This is what I'm dealing with. Okay, this is the energy I'm in. I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached to my body.
Oh
A,
yeah.
B.
Mhm.
I was making pasta earlier, and I was like, okay, I gotta strain this. Why in the hell did I strain this shit over my goddamn stove and not in the sink? My mind is obviously elsewhere.
Yeah. Where is
So,
your heart? That's what I say. Where could it be?
yeah.
hmm
So let's cleanse that energy, that discombobulated energy out.
Yeah, yeah.
All things considered, physically, I
hmm
feel like I'm doing pretty good. Mentally, I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Work is on some weird shit right now, but I'm just gonna.
hmm
I'm not defined by my 9 to 5. This is a means
Yes.
to an ends, you know. So
yes. Put my phone on do not disturb. Because when my phone rings, everything rings. I'm saying.
okay, so
hmm
let's get at it.
hmm
If you haven't been through here, welcome. My name is Bishop. I'm a sound healer, and we do 5 card spreads on my side.
hmm
Each card has a different meaning. You'll see the meaning on the bottom there. Tap in, tap in. The energy is, well, for me, it's a little scatterbrained. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but it just kind of seems like we're all kind of collectively dealing with this sort of stuck energy where we're
hmm
seeing where we're at right now and we're like, this ain't it, right? But I always find that God always likes to test us and say, yo, don't be happy when you're chasing things. Don't be happy when I'm finally here, I'm going to be happy. When I'm here, I'm going to be fulfilled. When I'm finally
Right.
here, I'm going to be healed. You need to find healing and solidness, stability wherever you may be, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's kind of what I'm tapping into. And also just forgive yourself because everyone makes mistakes and it's all right to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
Yes. Bless.
All right. Let's see what the cards have to say today. I think I want to go and get myself another deck.
Okay.
I haven't decided. Probably some tarot, maybe some other oracles. We'll see.
Okay.
Um, I've been in homebody mode, so every time I'm like, yeah, I should go out. It's a little stuck, but we'll
tell me
see. The
what.
right, everything always comes exactly when you need it and the
Tell
time
me
that
what
you
message
need
to
it.
put up.
First card.
Okay. So where you are in your life today.
Cards don't want to come out. Yeah, definitely stuck energy in the collective right now.
Very much so. Very much so.
But sometimes you're not always meant to just be taking action, you know? Inspired action is important, but also rest is important. Paramount, even. So I think we're just kind of calculating and taking stock of what do we want to bring into this next cycle? What are we trying to release? All right, and as soon as I said that, the cards started coming out a lot easier, so. So, first card where we're at in our life today is number 42. Think if I'm, yeah, makes sense. Light body guide. Lately, you may have noticed some strange things happening within you. Your light body is moving into a higher vibration, and as the shift occurs, you may not feel like your normal self. This guide has come to let you know that being absent minded, forgetful, unclear in your thinking, or feeling heart palpitations and other strange sensations is perfectly normal during this time. Light Body Guide encourages you to drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. The butterfly over his heart is a symbol for you to contemplate. He is here to reassure you that you'll be back to feeling normal very soon. So that's kind of what I was picking up on today. I'm discombobulated. I'm making mistakes with my pasta water. Are kind of in a great shift right now. And you're going to be noticing these feelings in your body first, because your body's always tapped in before your mind is able to kind of comprehend what's going on. So right now is just kind of the time to slow down, be patient, and not feel like you have to really be able to see the whole picture of how things are going to ultimately settle, right? See where you're witnessing these blocks or where you're witnessing these sensations in your body, because a lot of them are energy buildup, right? So with me, I'm overthinking right now. So thus I'm not I'm not thinking clearly, right? Because I'm in a million different directions. Let's say you have knee pain, back pain, neck pain. Those are all different emotions that you're holding on to. Knee pain is like your stability. Neck pain is emotional weight. Back pain, similar, right? So self-care is paramount at this time. And also just allowing yourself to flow through these changes, because I always like to say when you're kind of in this muddled energy, it's like a pendulum swinging. So as much as you're swinging off to the one side, you're going to come back in the positive light even more so. So the second card, I'll wait for Nessie so that she can change the ticker on the bottom. What else am I getting from this card? Yeah, just major transformation going on right now.
I'm ready.
Okay. So the second card is 26. Second card represents, I think I would know this off by heart by now. The energy that you're holding on to is the elemental card. This elemental energy is calling you to connect to the mighty and loving life force of the planet. Try gardening, get a houseplant, go for a hike, or sit in the grass in a park. Open yourself up to the energy of the earth in every activity you do. Feel the pulse of life in the plants, embrace the magic of creation, and play within the beauty and bounty that Mother Earth provides. Give your gratitude and prayer to all that you eat. Creating an intimate connection with Gaia heals the earth and opens you to new levels of energy, connection, and communication in a very powerful way. So that being into the what you're holding on to right now. Remember how the last reading I was saying how we're a little too head in the clouds, a little too looking for answers, listening to the whispers. Uh, Now is the time for action, right? Um, it's always good to get out and ground in nature, but sometimes it's also a time for you to kind of root through your inner world. And I was just talking about overthinking. Um, but in order to actually do this light body activation and transformation properly, you really have to take stock of what seeds are you planting in your mental and spiritual garden, so to speak. Funny enough that I say that the elemental and connection to Gaia, I guess we have to also connect with our own inner world as well too. Um, Also, you don't feel like you have to. Don't feel like you have to. What's going on, Bree? How you doing? Don't feel like you have to do things a certain way. I think we get so caught up in saying, looking over the fence and being like, well, how are they doing it? How's everyone else doing it? You know, or comparing ourselves to other people's path. Um, right now, it's imperative that we kind of carve our own path and see what works for us. What might work for others and what might have led to other success will not necessarily lead us to our own, right? Um, yes, be inspired by those that you surround yourself with, but root in your truth and watch your mind. Don't let it run away from you. The third card is what spirit asks you to acknowledge. Am I correct about this? Yeah, I was. Divine Feminine.
What number is it?
24.
Okay.
Reduces to a 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The numerology. Like, I got it.
Divine Feminine. This card asks you to begin operating more from a feminine flow of energy. Whether you are male or female, it asks that you allow your power to flow from within instead of using force. Be mindful of using a gentle approach to people and situations. The role of nurturer and healer is important for you, and these gifts will blossom when you allow them to naturally emanate from you. Focus on your relationships with the people you interact with. You will find that more will be accomplished while creating peace and harmony for all involved. So, again, I think it's kind of asking us exactly that. You can't force yourself through a transformation. You can't force the change that you want to see. You really have to kind of flow with it. Nurture yourself. Nurture the people, places, and things that are important to you. With a lot of the stuff that I have going on at work, I very much want to just be like, okay, everyone fix up, do this, do that. But I know that I kind of have to take a step back from wanting to force the change and just allow the change, or just allow the situation to kind of naturally sort itself out. But right now, I think it's really just asking us to go with the flow, find the flow, approach your situations from a nurturing standpoint as opposed to trying to just plow your way through the energies that we have going on right now. I really like to use the analogy of we're just a boat and we're just floating on top of everything. And the more that you allow the water in, the more you sink, the more you succumb to your environment, right? There's a lot of shit going on. We all got our fair share of stuff. The world is kind of seemingly burning, but paving the way for a brighter day. Go out and hug your homies. Someone that you love them today. You know what I mean? Like, you would be so surprised by how much light you can add to people's lives by just smiling, you know?
So I'm like pulling cards like as you go through each question or each topic. And the card that came out when you did the third message was clarity or change of perspective. I feel like feminine energy, we may be worried about the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, when we were doing like the numerology, it came down to the number 6. That's about balance. And the first card also came down to was a number 6. Like this is where you are currently. You're straight, you're balanced, you're good. So kind of remember that. It's like, remember where you are, like you're straight, you're balanced, you're good. I feel like we sometimes the feminine energy in us, right? Sometimes focus on the wrong things. I feel like Spirit wants us to change how we're looking at a situation.
That part too. I mean, I know in my personal life, I'm focusing on like over analyzing everything, but I'm also noticing the difference this time around with that situation. So yeah, just pay attention and flow through it. That's all we can really do. And love on yourself and the people around you. Kind of get into your nurturing energy. There's a time for you to get up and do shit. It's by masculine, and there's a time to receive. Whether it's receive guidance, whether it's receive this transformation, this activation that we're going through right now.
Hey, country.
Yeah, ready to receive.
The process to follow.
Process to follow is 37, which is 10, which is a completion of a cycle. You can see the card. I feel like the artwork on these cards. Blossoming. Even simply questioning your life or trying to figure out where and how to move forward moves your energy and aids in opening you to higher awareness and divine purpose. Continue with this. Don't let your human mind, with its limited point of view, tell you that you're stuck or not progressing. It isn't true. You are opening, you are flowing, and your soul is blossoming. Keep your faith in both yourself and spirit. Know that you are on the perfect path and that you are opening to your highest potential one step at a time. So that's exactly it. And I was kind of alluding to that with all the other cards previous to this. Like, flow through this. Understand that even if you feel stuck, even if you feel like you're not moving, the energetic blocks or their blessings are actually preparing to meet you where you're going. And that's something that I have to constantly remind myself of, is like, just because I might feel ready doesn't necessarily mean the environment, the person, the opportunity, or what have you is ready to actually accept me, right? So you're making more progress than you actually think. When you plant a seed and it's germinating and it's coming up through the soil, we don't see the growth that's happening until it sprouts up. And even then, you're like, oh, it's only this little sprout. But you don't actually see all of the dirt and darkness that it's had to come through to actually show itself finally, right? Don't let your mind, your little survival lizard brain mind, say that you're not doing the right thing. You're not going fast enough. You can't rush nature. You can't rush the flow of the river. You can swim with the current, but you might scratch yourself up on shit underneath the surface that you don't see. So just lay back, give yourself some credit where credit is due. Because in these periods of stillness, it's so easy for you to just get all up in your head and be like, well, it's not fast enough. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You don't go in the gym, instantly be able to bench 250 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you're going to hurt yourself, right? You need to practice with the bar. You need to get your form straight. You need to make sure that is there any muscle imbalance? How do I compensate for that, right? Give yourself the grace to know that you are doing the best you can with the tools that you have. You know, you don't yell at a tree and tell it to grow faster. So why are you doing that to yourself? That's that. I'm talking to me right now, right? So
change your perspective.
change your perspective on things. because everything has its time. Your blessings will never pass you up. You know, there's a lot being worked out behind the scenes that we aren't necessarily privy to. And you know, God, Creator, your guides, your ancestors, they love to surprise you. And when you're trying to dig up too much information, it has a fun way of telling you, "Hey, no, you're not. There's some things you're not supposed to know."
Not only that, but when you said like there's work being done behind the scenes, like when this clarity and change of perspective energy came out, it came out with the risky energy on the bottom, like for the gamble. So it's given like something is a gamble. It's not like a definite reward. It's not like a definite positive outcome. Like it has its potential to be, but it is a gamble. So kind of like recognizing where you are, the stability or balance that you do currently have, and not be so pressed to have a certain outcome or see an outcome in a situation because it's risky. You know, it's like, you know, like change your perspective on it. If something's being held up, maybe it need to be held up. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it has potential, but it's not a definite like success outcome if it's still in process. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might not know what's still happening behind the scenes. The outcome to look forward to?
The outcome to look forward to is 28. Again, another 10. Completion of the cycle. Freedom. This is in the reverse. I don't know. Sometimes I like to take reverses. I don't necessarily think I want to take this in reverse, to be honest, but we'll see. It's time to come out of your shell. This shell, which did serve you in the past to provide protection for your tender heart, is no longer needed. The time has come to begin to allow yourself true freedom. This world and your soul both need you to let your light and your heart to shine. Allow the past to be the past and move forward in this present moment. Do this in small steps at first if you need to. Moving away from your protective shell means allowing your true heart to be seen, but it also means allowing others in on a deeper level than you've been able to allow before. So, I mean, my situation, that's kind of chatting to me, but kind of like I was saying with your survival lizard brain. That is what I want to say modality, but like that's a programming that used to protect us from, you know, impending threats. Whenever we're in like survive mode, we're always on the lookout. What's the next thing that's going to happen? How am I going to fuck this up? How are they going to fuck this up? That sort of thinking only makes those things kind of self-fulfilling prophecies, right? So getting out of that limiting, protective, restricting thought pattern of, you know, I don't have enough hours at work. I want to talk to this person, but they're not talking to me. I wish I could work out. I wish I could do this. I wish all these other things. You're clipping your wings before you're able to actually take flight, right? So we're shedding that. All of these things happening here. The light body activation. Us getting into our flowing divine feminine energy. Knowing that things are blossoming underneath the surface in unseen ways are ultimately going to lead us to actually being able to be free from this stuck energy. So it's only temporary. You know, I like to say that when you feel stuck or when you feel the tension, it's actually the arrow being knocked back and you're just assessing the target in the direction that you actually want to fly in. So all of this stuck, restricted energy is ultimately going to propel us forward for us to hit the mark for the things that we're trying to actually accomplish, right? It's great to put your hands in the mud and build shit and get shit done all the time. But sometimes there's a planning phase. Sometimes there's a taking stock phase. And I genuinely feel like that's kind of the energy that we're in right now. Before the nicer weather came, I was like, okay, so once the nicer weather comes, I'm going to be productive. I'm going to do all this shit. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. Everything's going to flow so nicely and I'm going to be able to get everything done. It's going to be great. Nicer weather comes, I'm still feeling that stuck energy, right? And it's like, just because you feel like you're ready just because even your environment is blooming and blossoming physically, because all the trees and the buds and stuff coming out right now. It's still a time for planning, still a time for strategy. Obviously, don't sit on your hunches and sit on your hands for too long, right? We do actually have to take action on the things that we wish to pull into our life, but it's okay to have a couple of days, you know what, even maybe a week or two of the planning phase, of the feeling phase. Why am I feeling like this? Where is this coming from? Where am I holding the tension in my body? Take stock of all that. Because got some beautiful things coming in. It's just up to you to actually allow them in. Don't get your blessing and be like, am I ready though? God will never give you something that you're not ready for. You know, don't doubt the blessings. Don't doubt for the days that you prayed for. Mm-hmm. Don't shun the days that you prayed for. Don't shun the people, the connections, the opportunities that you prayed for.
Mm-hmm.
However long ago, right? Just understand that, like, yeah, this is meant for you. And if it crashes and burns, so fucking good. At least you tried. You know what I'm saying?
If it crashes and burns,
if it does, you have to have full detachment from the outcome, you know. But you also have to participate in the things that are coming into your life.
But also,
I'm nosy.
You may not actually know what is coming into your life. It's like, change your perspective on how you really truly are looking at things. So the whole time you were pulling cards, Bishop, I was pulling cards for each question. First one was about, your first question said, where are you in your life today? All right. I got new beginning and spring with soulmates, past life, and true love. So you could be in a place where you're having a new beginning right now. Things are new, you know, maybe things are lighter with the spring energy. You could be dealing with something new when it comes to your past life. Maybe things have changed with someone or something. Maybe you're discovering true love. Maybe you're finding out what love is, whatever. Things are new for you. And with that number in it, that number breaking down to a 6 is bringing about balance for you. In this current space right now, where are we as a collective? We are okay. We're at a neutral point, okay, where things are definitely much better than they were. No, they're not perfect, but you're okay, right? Okay. The second energy was, what are you holding on to? Well, you're holding on to not knowing, because so many questions and where do I stand energy, okay? You're holding on to the questions, okay, the mystery, and then of course this energy allows your mind to just start running away with you, right? You're holding on to the lack of information. You're holding on to the I'm not sure what happens next. You're holding on to the maybe even anticipating a negative outcome. Like you're holding on to the fact that you don't know all the answers. Okay. But what Spirit wants you to acknowledge is that maybe you don't know everything. Okay. However, you may be looking at it, you might need to look at it differently. Okay. Because when that card came out, I saw the risky card on the bottom, or the gamble energy. It's saying that you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, this is actually kind of dangerous. Until we fix it, you don't need to tap into this. Okay. So with that number of 6 breaking down with what Spirit wants you to acknowledge is like, you're good right now. Don't tap into something that's not ready yet. Yeah. So then when it goes to the process you need to follow, a lot of things came out. Okay. There will be an opportunity for celebration and happiness and joy. Okay. And so Spirit is saying, expect changes, expect things to change around. It does say autumn, so it could be in autumn, but it expect things to change around. Karmic cycle, repetition, soul lesson closure. If you have been experiencing that, maybe something that continuously comes around, expect changes in toxic behavior. Okay. Manipulation, control, obsession, hot and cold energy, not knowing what's happening for days and weeks, right? Expect changes in that. All right. That's the process to follow. Expecting the change, expecting things to be different in a karmic situation where things might have been toxic before. When things were kind of off and on, hot and cold, maybe it's been days and weeks. there will be an opportunity to celebrate, even if you can't see it. All right. Even if you can't see it, you might not know what the outcome is. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying, like, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay. So with the outcome being the outcome to look forward to, I got Eyes, Mesmerized, and Ice Queen. Okay. Now I had to clarify the Eyes and Mesmerized, and I got the Five of Wands. So you may be collective. You may be looking at a situation where it's like, why isn't this coming towards me? Okay. And your mind could be saying all type of things, right? But I feel like Spirit is asking you to change your perspective on it, because it's not necessarily why it's not coming towards you, or as if you are being punished, or something is being like kept from you. It kind of is. It's because it's not ready for you, not that it's not
not for you,
or not like desiring you. Okay. For example, it's kind of like, I don't know, the feeling that I get is kind of like a baby, wanting their mom. And it's like, okay, well, why won't the baby come towards me? It's not that the baby, I don't know. It's not that the baby doesn't want to come towards you, but maybe dad said, don't move. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever is meant to come towards you, it wants to maybe come in and move fast. But the fact that it's also distorted, because mesmerized means like you're kind of blinded, and it could be blinded by anything, something that could be blinded by negativity, something that could be blinded by illusions, whatever. If it's not ready yet, it shouldn't come into your vicinity because you're balanced.
Blinded by the shell, that protective shell.
So right. It's kind of like allow things to unfold the way that they need to. You don't know really what's going on behind the scene. And it really is for your good. It's like maybe you're in this energy where you're like, why isn't this happening? It's not that I don't want to. It's that it probably want to too much. Or it's being reckless and jumping in. Or, it hasn't satisfied some other things before it came towards you. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff has to happen in the background. And so change how you're looking at the situation. Where are you right now? You're balanced. You're good. Let's honor that. That's okay.
So I got curious as to what energy is going on underneath all of this.
Oh, that's another message.
Yeah, I usually like to see what's on the top. I like to see what's on the top of my deck the next week.
Like the overall energy. My bad. I gotta add that to the tags.
So 38, 11.
Choices.
2, yeah. Gentle release. The presence of Archangel Michael is here to assist you with clearing your energy field of old hurts and past experiences that are weighing you down and slowing your progress in life. He is here to help you cut the cords that keep you energetically attached to people and events that no longer serve you in a positive way. Michael always performs his duties with love and asks you to consciously send love to those people and things in your past so that you may release them into the light and move forward with your life. So again, just release those limiting beliefs. Release that overthinking. I want to say it's the overthinking energy, the need to know how everything is going to unfold. It didn't mention a person. You might need to release a person to allow them to figure out their shit, because as much as it's nice to be like, I want to grow, I want to build with someone, sometimes you gotta, sometimes there's stuff that you just really need to address on your own,
And sometimes they're not ready to do that. And I'm not to say that they're not capable, but maybe they're just not there yet.
Yeah.
It's like wanting a baby to be potty trained and they're just not there yet. I don't know what I'm saying. They're just not there yet.
What was it that you said? It's like, yeah, it's just, it ain't ready yet. It ain't ready yet. And them actually showing up in their unready state is going to do more damage. Or
really?
You showing up in your not ready state is going to do more damage.
Especially when you're in such a balanced state. Why would you know what I'm saying? Why would God, your angels, your ancestors, your guides allow something that's not ready yet to come into your nice, harmonious, balanced state and mess you up? Why would your guys do that to you? You've learned the lessons. You're not going through another lesson at this time, right? You're balanced. You're at the 6. So why would your angels allow something that's not ready yet to come and throw you off your 6?
And that's something that I'm like right now I'm like dealing with shit at work, and I'm balanced, but work, the environment at work is not balanced right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so how do we solve that? Well, in order to solve that, the person at the helm also needs to be balanced. If you have a not balanced manager or leader, everything underneath that person is going to also be unbalanced too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing how it's actually manifesting in all my coworkers too, where we're all just kind of like, I keep saying like, yo, we need to cleanse. We actually need to cleanse the workspace, whether it's walk around, because I don't know if we're allowed to burn stuff in there, like incense or anything like that. But I was like, yo, I just need to bring a spray bottle with some sea salt water and just fucking spray everything, because it's weird, weird energy. But yeah, stay balanced. Know that, there is forward movement. There is growth going on that you can't see, and you don't necessarily need to see that. And it's okay. Yep, some things take time.
Yeah. Some things take time. Look, because the gamble energy is on the bottom. It's risky. Okay, it's risky. It's not. It's not just all peaches and cream.
Yeah,
it's risky business. It really is.
But we got this. Pat yourself on the back because you guys are doing great work.
Yeah.
I always like to remind people we are there every step of the journey. So we actually got a sort of like distance progress blindness for how much we've grown and how much we've actually changed. And I know I need to constantly keep reminding myself of that because, like I said, I get caught up in I want to be over there. I'd like this is where I see myself going. This is where the trajectory of the energy that I'm in is going to take me. But it takes time to get there, and you have to enjoy every part of the journey, because just getting to the end point, you can't really celebrate fully from that. You gotta take stock of just how much hard work it took, for you to actually get there. And that in and of itself, the journey is, I would say, more important than the end goal, That's what I got. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's all, y'all.
It's 555.
Is it?
Oh,
it is. Yeah. Change is happening, y'all.
It is.
Change is happening. Everything is gonna balance out. Everything is gonna work out better than you could have imagined.
5 is 15, and that's 6.
Balanced.
See?
Change is the balance, y'all.
There are no coincidences.
I
gotta take my kid to the store. She's looking at me like, "Can we go get the cheese now?" So.
All right, y'all. Stay blessed. Straight up. Stay on your spiritual cleanses and practices, and pat yourself on the back. Celebrate yourself. Tell someone that you love them.
Love y'all.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.